Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Let's jump in today's topic. Different denominators, and we will calculate to find the least common denominators. Therefore, we will use the multiple check trick. You can learn about it more in deep in my previous videos. Just take a look in the channel. So our first easy warm-up calculation is 7/10 plus 5/15 equals. So how can we calculate the least common denominator here? First, let's write down the multiples of the first denominator. So let's write the multiples of the first denominator, which is 10. 1 times 10 equals 30. Let's stop here and continue with the second one. Our second denominator is 15, so we will okay, now we can stop because we have found our denominators, our least common denominators. Nice. What are we going to do with it? Now we can calculate our example. So let's write it down again. 7/10. I will leave a little bit space for the calculation which will follow now. Here we multiplied with 3 to receive 30, so we will do it here as well. 3 times 7 and 3 times 10. Here we multiplied with 2, so we have to multiply the denominator and denominator with the same number. This way we receive 21 30 plus 10. Right, a little bit closer to the other number. 30, which makes 31 30s. We will learn it later on a little bit more in detail, but this one we can write also 1/30, because 30 30s is, for example, a whole cake divided in 30 parts, so we can also write it down as one cake, and the rest piece is 1/30. Okay, now let's take a look on another example. And again, we will start with writing down the multiples of the denominators. So let's start with 14. So 14 equals 14. 2 and 9 times 14, which is 126. Okay, we can do it also 10 times 14, which is 140, of course. And now we will do the multiple check with the denominator 18. As you can see, I did it all the way to 10 times. Of course, what you usually would do is do some with the first denominator and then continue with the second denominator to see if you have already a least common denominator. In this example, I know that we have to go up to a very high number until we find our least common denominator. Therefore, I just went through to 10. But if you have another calculation, just go step by step with both denominators to find it quicker. Now let's do the multiple check for our denominator 18. So we start as always with the multiplication with 1. This is of course 18. Is 126. And now we found our denominator, least common denominator, which is 126. With this we can do our calculation. 11 14th. This one we have to multiply with 9 because we need 9 times 14 to get 126, and then we have 5 times 7 and 18 times 7 to get 126. And with this we receive 99 126 minus 35 126. This equals 64 126. And now we can also simplify this one here. And for example, by dividing everything with 2, and we get here 32 and 63. Okay, let me write it down here again. Then all right. Again, what do we have to do? We need to do the multiple checks for our denominators because we can't do the calculation, they are not the same. And we just multiply it with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and so on. And we do it with the second one. And when we find a number which is the same, we have found our least common denominator. And this allows us to do our calculation. We can get our result. As simple as that. If you have questions, write it in the comments. We will continue with another fraction subtraction or fraction addition with different denominators, and this time we will use the prime factor to find the least common denominator. Hope you could follow. If not, just watch it again and you'll make it. Thank you very much. Bye bye.